Hello, folks, and welcome back. We are in our second showcase of CALYX, the playtest version. Give me just a few seconds, guys, because I'm setting up some other thingies and whatnot have yous and all that stuff. So just give me just a few more seconds, folks, and then I'll have this set up. So just sit there, stare at the whatchamacallit screen, and give me just a few minutes to finish sorting my life out behind the scenes. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. All right, and then we'll begin. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and minimize that. Now, you may experience a little frame rate today, guys. I apologize for that. There is absolutely nothing that I can do on that because we have weather coming in, and my internet is uh, kind of like cell phone based. If that makes any sense to you, lovely folks. All right, let's see. Let's pull up the live stream on my tablet, uh, and then we'll get started. What is my tablet doing? Okay, hold on. My tablet's decided to do its own thing. Uh, Give me just there we go. We're pulling it up now. Now let's see if I can hear me on the tablet and see what I sound like. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm sounding good on the tablet, so I can go ahead and mute that or turn the volume down. That way I can see your comments because I have not got a second monitor again, unfortunately. But we're working on it. All right, let's see. In CALYX, this is episode 2 of our showcasing the playtest version of the pre-release. All right, we are going to let's go through the tutorial this go around. That way you can check it out, learn how to play it. So let's get started. All right, hello from Studio 568, and thanks for playing the second CALYX demo. This demo contains a basic tutorial level on a series of challenge maps showing off the new mechanics showcasing of the gameplay. Once you have finished the challenge, try your hand at skirmish mode and see if you can beat the hardest difficulties. The game is at an alpha stage and will really help us to complete a short survey. We already done the survey and all that stuff. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. And if you remember the last episode that we done, we went into a little skirmish mode, and I kind of gave y'all a few tips on how to kind of walk your army forward and stuff like that. All right, now let's see. Deep space mining vessel, target planet in range, prepare. Okay, so this kind of gives you a little story background right here. Okay, prepare to wake ship AI from sleep mode. Let's do that. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get a sip of coffee while y'all read this. That's some good coffee. All right, let's see. This basically tells you how many times we've traveled or how long we've traveled, so forth, so on, and all that stuff. I'm not going to read into all that for y'all. You can pause it, read it, or whatever, and all that stuff. Or you may read faster than me. All right, let's see here. All right, now, like I said, this is the tutorial mode right now. Okay, so this kind of tells you how to play the game, things that you want to know how to do and stuff like that. And as mentioned in the last stream, guys, I really have enjoyed this game myself. When the full version comes out, I am absolutely going to pick up a copy of it and stuff like that. I went back and looked at the store page. Right now, it is, in fact, a single-player game. But that's okay. They may come out later on and make a co-op version of it. I don't know. I can't say that for certain. It's one of my wishes and desires. So, that'd be cool. Load this game up and get a couple of your friends. I'd say up to 4 players, 2 players at the very minimum, and duke it out. Now there are some things that I would like to see the ore regrow, not fast, but a chance for it to regrow. I would love to see some type of map editor for this, but and these things may be in the plans. Also, we don't know. Okay, so this is our first base right here, which tells us kind of how to gives us an idea of how to set everything up. Booker, go lay down. Behave now. Kids. Booker's my medical service animal for those of y'all that don't know. He's pouting now. All right, this is your central hub, guys. This is where you start building things and stuff like that. You got to have it. Definitely defend it, because if you lose this, you lose the game. So there is that. All right, let's go ahead and get through this tutorial. And the longer you play the maps, the more that you will actually see. This is the ore right here. I kind of wish that regrew. So far, I have not noticed it regrowing, but I do wish that it was an option. I don't know how difficult it would be to implement that, but that would be nice. As I mentioned in the last stream, this game, you're not just gonna up and win it. Okay. I'm letting y'all go through that. But let's go ahead and build our little factory right here, refinery. Let's go ahead and put it right there. Okay, now we're going to need some power also, so let's go ahead and get some power. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and get that building. Okay, and we'll go ahead and there we go. All right. There's a message. All buildings require power function. Blah 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 blah. The HUD produces a small amount of power, but not enough to run the facility on its own. Okay, so you do need some solar panels. That's why we was doing that. I may be jumping ahead of the game. Sorry, I get excited playing this game because all kinds of cool stuff can happen. So we're gonna go ahead and extend this on up here a little bit also. Now. We don't have none of those guys, so let's go ahead and get 2 of those, okay? Nope, there we go. All right, now let's go ahead and get 1 of these while we have the money. This allows us to build our little tanksies and stuff, okay? All right, now we got that right there. Let's go ahead and we're going to hold off on building anything else because we want to save our coins because we need 300 of the iron before we can build this. This right here is your transport. This allows you to send the ore to space, which gives you the gold stuff. That would be this up here. This is your coin and your credits. This is your ore right there. This right here is isotopes. Now, you don't have an isotope field on this map, but you will on all the other maps. This here is just a tutorial map now. So, with that being said, we're going to let that build up real quick. And then if you want to control your cameras, guys, just push down on the middle mouse button, and you can move your mouse around then and take better angles and videos and screenshots or whatever, or play at a different angle and all that stuff. Okay. You can also use W, S, D, A keys to move up and down and all that, which will definitely absolutely come in handy next go around. Okay, this is because it's a tutorial, they have stopped the growth of this coming towards your base and growing out any further, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. All right, let's go ahead and pop this bad boy down right there, and that's going to start shooting a rocket up to space and all that stuff. Booker, go. Thank you. And that's going to start building that money back up. Okay. Now, during the tutorial, we can only build our little Rangers, which is basically a light tank with a machine gun. Okay. We can go ahead and get a couple of those up here. If you notice, we put them right here in this, so that way when this thing starts growing forward, it gives us some type of defense. Okay, so that's why we done that. All right, now let's see here. We got one of those. We got one of those. We've got one of those. We've got. Let's go ahead and throw another one of these lovely things down, because I like having 4 to start off with. Okay, and then if we need some defenses, we can absolutely make some defenses right here, guys. Okay, solar's complete. Great job. Yay! Building requires connection to the hub. They can use facilities power, use pylons. Yep, that's what we've started doing. Remember, we walked our pylons up north to start doing this panel. Oh yeah, that's your power indication. The top number is how much power you're producing. That's how much power you have on hand right there. This is how much power you are using, the second number, the bottom number. All right, so let's go ahead and get through this real quick like. Okay. This is our ore refineries, which we've got 2 ore trucks going, so that's really all we need. Let's go ahead and get that. See, we kind of jumped ahead of the tutorial. That's okay, guys, because we kind of know what we're doing. So, but for those of y'all, see, we've already got that bad boy built right there. Remember, I told you that's how you get your money. Okay. And then up here is where you can fast forward the game, speed it up, slow it down, and all that stuff. I just play the game normally. All right, let's go ahead and oh, we need 180. My bad. Okay, that's still not growing just yet, but that's okay. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that bad boy down. Let's go ahead and get our power poles moved up here, because we are absolutely going to build us a defense up right here. So, all right, let's see. And we'll actually go ahead and throw another power plant down, just in case measures. Okay. Now, let's see here. Go ahead and get us a little bit of defense going on. And I'm pushing E and Q. If you look right here, if you see where that little stick looking thing is pointing to the right. Now it's pointing up. Now it's pointing left. It only points in 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. So we're going to go ahead and point that bad boy up. Okay. Now we're out of minerals now, our ore. And that's okay. But we're getting some defenses going. All right. So that's not going to have a thing of power for whatever reason, because our power grid won't allow us to. Apparently there's a gap in our power grid, but that's all right. We can fix that by adding another pole. So no worries there, guys. All right, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and just drop that down right there. That way it does fix that for us. And then we'll go ahead and select this bad boy. And we will go ahead and turn that up that way. Okay, we need to throw another power pole down, which we can put one right there. Let's go ahead and put one right there also. That way, let's go ahead and drop another solar panel down too. That way we have plenty of power. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yes, you know what I'm saying. This is not your first time playing this game, guys. Alright, so we do have a little bit of a defense going on here. Alright, let's see here. We'll go ahead and put one right there. And yeah. All right. So now all we got to do is just build some walls, which, let me adjust the camera back. There we go. Let's select our wall again. And basically all we're doing is just doing that right there. Alright, so now our units can go through the gate. See? Just like that. But because we have a gate, we have walls up, this stuff right here cannot grow past the walls without destroying them. And keep in mind, guys, they will destroy the walls eventually. So it's just a matter of time. Okay? So, but we got us a little defense up, so we're nice and cozy down here in our little backyard corner of the world. Okay. Oh, that was the rally point. Now remember, you can select your factory and even your refinery to a rally point. All you have to do is just select the building and then right click anywhere on the map. Okay? So we're going to have our factory go up there, and we don't need to build no more these guys. What are these guys again? Harvesters. Yeah, we don't need to build no more of those. Now, because we have almost 500 gold, what we're going to do is we're going to just temporarily shut that off for right now, and that's going to allow our ore to build up. Okay, see, that's what this is talking about in the tutorial. And they do use a lot of power too, so now that we shut it off, we have extra power, because it's no longer, our power grid is no longer supporting the thing right at the moment. But if you remember, we have 4, 5, 6 solar things, so that's good. So you know, we're actually sitting and looking pretty good, guys. Now this is all we can build right here. Let's see, more resource. Oh, I did not know that, guys. We can actually load that much ore on there. Okay, interesting. I did not know that. That's something new. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and turn this back on. Okay. And let that build up some more ore. Okay, it says send 200, but we sent 300 because we just roll like that. Repair all. So I repaired something. I don't know what I repaired, but I definitely repaired something. Yes, we did. Okay, so I did not realize that we could change this. Interesting. All right, ore transport successful. Yay! Next step. All right, this is repair, which we yes, which we found that up there also. See, I didn't even realize that was even an option up here. All right, welcome. There we go. See, we've been traveling, what, hundreds of years in cryosleep or whatever, so this message may be a little old. That's okay. But if you notice, we've already jumped ahead of all of that stuff. Yeah, see, remember I told you we could turn this off to gain our ore faster and stuff? There we go. Which we can go ahead and disable that now, because the only units that we have available just cost ore. So, see what I'm saying? So we can go ahead and we're looking real good right there. We are absolutely looking really good right there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and send some more units up here. We're gonna park them right here in the shadow of things. Yes. You know what? Let's go ahead and just build a wall right there. And let's go ahead and just build us a wall. You know what? That right there will work also. There we go. Yes. All right. So we got us some walls. Okay. We're going to go ahead and build us up a little bit more defense. Not that we're going to need it. We're just playing around now. Let's see. Turn our guns that way. There we go. Let's go ahead and build another wall right there. There we go. All right, so we got a nice little defense going on in case they get past this. You know, that is still not growing. And the reason being is because this is tutorial, guys. They don't want you to, you know, get overwhelmed and then not want to play the game no more. All right. So let's go right here. Is it this one? All right, the hub normally will give you 3 little options right here for more units. But because this is the tutorial, we don't have that option, okay? So with that being said, we're just going to continue building till we get 20 units. Can we minimize this or whatever? Okay, there we go. All right, let's move them there. All right, there we go. We moved them guys there. All right, I'm gonna let y'all sit there and look at that for just a second. I gotta tend to Booker. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. So sit there and watch that grow for a second. All right, guys. Thank you for being patient. Let me grab my keyboard. All right. I had to tend to Booker real quick and get him sorted out. So thank you for being patient and understanding. All right. Now, where was we at? Oh, yeah. We were building a bunch of these guys. Okay. We were going to build our quota of 20 of them. Like I said, just to have something to do right at the moment. We'll probably run out of resources. Don't know. But we're going to try it anyhow. So while those are building, we're going to go ahead and get a sip of this coffee. That coffee's absolutely good. All right, let's see. Now, if you remember in the first live stream yesterday, or day before yesterday, when you select your units, if you right-click and drag the mouse to the right from left to right, it faces the enemy this direction. If you take and drag it from the right to the left, it faces the enemy's opposite direction. So that's the little trick. And you see your formation. You can do a box formation like that, okay? Just to give y'all an idea, okay? And then, if I'm gonna left click right here, and then if I drag the mouse, depending on how far I drag the mouse, depends on the formation. You sure I'm coming at, guys? Like, for example, I'll do a formation like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get some more units. Let's see, 14, 16 plus 4. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll give us 20 units. Okay, remember, we got our little defenses set up. Yep, we are looking really good, guys. Absolutely. Even though, like I said, it is just a tutorial. So no worries. This right here is on hold. Let's see. It's like I hear something shooting. Something shooting? It's almost like something's shooting or something. Boy, that is beautiful graphics right there. Ain't that gorgeous, guys? Look at that. I mean, I have been enjoying this game. Imagine if they came out with a Star Wars mod for this. My gosh, this would be Geonosis. I'm just saying. Just saying. All right, so let's go ahead and get our guys and hold, right click, and we're going to make another formation right there. Just to give y'all an idea. Remember, right click and hold anywhere on the screen, and then whenever you get the desired formation that you want to have, just release the right click, and that's right mouse click. Okay, for example, I'm going to stick them right here, and I'm going to put a line, a wall. So I'm going to go right here, I'm going to right click, and I'm holding right click right now, guys. And then I'm just going to drag it over, and I'll say about right there. And then I'm just going to release the right click. And then they're going to move to that formation, okay? Now these guys are your absolute, you need these right off the bat. The more you can build, the better things are going to be on any map, okay? Because these guys absolutely keep that, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so you have this little green stuff, and then you have these vine-looking things, and then you have these roots. Well, these are roots also, okay? And then you have the bigger roots, okay? Now, what causes these to grow is when this little green stuff, it's kind of like moss. When it spreads forward, it gives way for these to grow, and then these give way for these to grow. Now, these bigger roots right here, these is what spawns in the big turrets that shoot back at your units and stuff like that. Yes, guys, that is absolutely a thing. All right, so it says plain and simple, kill the plant. Let's go put some raid on this plant right here. There we go. So we're going to do 2x2x4 formation right there. All right, boys, get in there, get some. All right, they're going to go in there and they're going to get some. Look at that. Look at them go. Now, you don't have to have your units in a formation. You can easily do this. Like, for example, you can move one unit up at a time. Another one up right here. Okay. And you can just, you know, keep walking them forward. You'll learn to walk your units forward and use them in lieu of each other. And you'll use your units to their strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put him up here. All right, and then we can take the rest of these guys if we want to. And we can just put them right here, if that's what we want to do. Since he's not firing at nobody, we can go ahead and move him up. Also, place him right here. He's not firing at nobody, so let's get him moved up and get involved also. Okay, and you just walk your units forward. You know, it's basically, you know, it's the simplest concept. But the more you play this game, the better at strategizing it you'll actually get. So let's go ahead and just take that root back. So there we go. All right, seems like once you kill the root, the rest of the plant dies away. That feels like it could be useful. Oh, that is absolutely useful in the future, guys. Because if you notice, when we killed that root, everything went away. So let's go ahead and put our guys up here, because I'm not sure if we're going to go over the hill or not. I'm not sure. All right, so let's go ahead and move to the next phase. Okay, I'm not sure what the next phase is. Okay, so I guess we finished that challenge. All right, well, let's continue on. I'm not sure what that right there is. So let's go ahead. Victory, eliminate. Oh, yeah. No, I don't really care about eliminating under 20 minutes or nothing like that, because I like the challenge. All right, so let's go back. All right, the gap. Finish. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, guys, let's load that one up. Yes. All right, let's see. Let's look around at the map before we get all excited. Okay, there's a plant right there. There's a plant right there. Okay. This looks like this is gonna be an easy, really easy map. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this down. We're gonna go ahead and build this guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and build our mining facility. Let's rotate that mine upwards. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our power. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this built up here. Get a nice little fence going on real quick, like. All right. We're out of money. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stretch these guys across. Okay, so now we're going to get things going. We're going to go ahead and get him up here also. Understood. Let's go ahead and get as many of these as we can get, because we got to hold that green stuff back. Remember, guys, I was telling you earlier in this video. So let's go ahead and get as many of these as we can possibly muster up there. Okay, to form a wall for us until we can get some turrets built up and get some defense going on. Okay, so that's what we're working on right now. Okay. All right, so we're going to kind of spread these out a little bit. Ready for action. Okay. All right, we're going to control 1. We're going to hold the control button, and then we're going to press the 1 while holding that down. That way we can get some all right, so we're at a standstill right now because we don't have no resources. So hopefully we can defend this fairly good. So let's go ahead and move this guy right here. We're gonna spread our guys a little bit more apart. Hopefully, not too far apart, to where we can have a nice, good little defense. All right. If you notice, this green root is holding back this purple root right here. That's a really good thing, guys. That's absolutely a really good thing. Okay, so we're going to, because I think this in here kind of grows more stronger or something. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple more of these guys up here. Okay. As soon as this guy fills up, we can send him off to space. But remember, we're trying to build a defense too. So our defense is more important right now than making money, so to speak. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put him right here. Okay. That should be enough. Yes, this should be enough right there. Okay. That's going to give us a nice, good little solid defense right there. Okay. Those of y'all that's viewing the stream, welcome to the stream. Glad that y'all are here. All right, there's that. All right, let's go ahead and get actually, you know what? We can actually hold off right there, and then we can go ahead and get some stuff going to the space station. Okay, that should give us. All right, fill it. Let's see. I'm I'm thinking real quick. 'Cause I'm looking at my numbers and stuff like that, and I'm thinking. All right, see if we build another one, that's gonna be 80 gold. Okay, that's our. Remember I was telling you about our isotope. I think, yeah, isotopes. That's what an isotope mine looks like, and you have to build one of these buildings right here on that. We'll build one once we get these guys at a good solid stay back, leave us alone, don't touch us spot. There you go. All right, so that's going to bring us some gold down here. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring our power down this direction also. Okay, it's going to cost us a little bit, and that's okay. That's all right. We knew this when we started with our placement stuff, because we're going to build another refinery down here, guys. That way we can solidify our money. All right. Now, let's see. Mining. All right. We need 220 for another refinery. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. Let's go ahead and drop another thing down right here so we can bring this into our power grid. Okay. Okay. So we need to drop some more vehicles down. If not, we're going to get overwhelmed. See how this is starting to get closer and closer to our vehicles? Good thing we were paying attention, guys. Good thing we were paying attention. Okay. We're a little low on power. That's okay. We can drop some more of these down. Now that's the thing about when you're out of power. Your turrets, if you built defense turrets, your turrets will absolutely shut down on you. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So we don't want that to happen. All right, let's there we go. Throw a little welcome message down for everybody. All right, so we need 218. All right. That's going to pose a problem. All right. Harvest and deposit. Speed. Okay, how many we need? That. All right, so we're fixing to launch this right here. Okay, let's go ahead and move this guy up here. Okay, if you noticed, you see those flowers right there? Well, those are kind of like an anchor. Keep planting even after being cut off from the CALYX root. So that's what that is. These right here are the turret thingies. See? Mortar. So that's a good thing that this green has that actually we'll move him over here. That way we don't give that pink a chance to grow. So that's what we'll do. We'll move him right. That'll work. That absolutely will work. All right. So now we got to work on getting our power sorted out. Okay. Once we get that sorted out, then which this right here gives us a boost to our mining. Okay. And that's fixing to send off, and I think I'm going to go ahead and build another harvester right there also. Okay. It's just a little bit of strategic planning, that's all. Alright, so we brought our power up to just barely enough. That 158 is what we're producing. The 133 is how much we're absolutely using. Alright, so let's go ahead and get another harvester. Okay. So this game is about a little strategic play. This is what this game's about. Okay. All right, so now we got two harvesters going on. We're pushing 198 out of 150 because we're loading our thingy right there. So we're going to have to build another um, solar panel. That way we keep up with that. We can go ahead and bring that solar panel down here and build it. Not that it matters. As long as it's touching the grid, it does not matter where you put it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right. Now, we could build another one of those and double up our money and all that stuff, but can we really afford one of them right now? We could, but, you know, remember, we don't want to overextend ourselves or anything like that. So there's that. All right, so we've got 13 out of 20 units. This is a silo. It allows us to store extra resources. We don't want to build that yet because we want to save our coin, because we're almost to where we can build another mining facility down here. So we'll go ahead and leave these two miners or harvesters mining this field right here. Okay, so that's a really good thing. Okay, what is this? This is okay. That's a ranger. Okay, perfect. All right. Can we build it yet? Can we build it? Yes, we can. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy right here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and set its rally point right there. And when we get our coin back, then we'll go ahead and build 2 harvesters down there. Okay, and all we have to do is just stick our rally point right here. And then once they build, they'll go to that rally point and then they'll start mining. So now we've got 4 harvesters and 2 miner facilities, or refineries is what they're called, out there. Yeah, Adam, welcome to the channel. We are having fun, actually. We are beta testing CALYX for the CALYX dev team. I can't think of them off the top of my head. This game's kind of like Command and Conquer, and welcome to the stream. But we have overgrown weeds. And you can see our defense forces keeping them at bay up there. So there is that. Okay, now what else can we build? So we can build artillery, tanks. This is kind of like a medium tank. It shoots between the Ranger right here, which is your light tank with a machine gun, and the artillery. Now, we can absolutely build an artillery and let it set right here, and it will absolutely shoot these veins and stuff like that and defend us like that. We absolutely can do that. Let's see what buildings they are going to allow us to build in this scenario. Okay, so we can build a tech center. In order for us to build a tech center, we need to build, where is it at? Right here. The isotope. Right here on this platform right here. So we need 250 gold, and we need 100 ore, which we've got the 100 ore. We just don't have the gold. That's okay. If we want to speed up our gold process, then we can just go ahead and drop another one of these right here, just for right now, to bring in our gold a little bit faster. So we're going to go ahead and bring our power grid down this way. Okay, as far as we can get this, and we just need enough to where the facility that we're fixing to build just touches into the grid. Okay, that's fine right there. That's all we need. Now, where's it at? There it is. So basically we're just waiting on the gold now, since we've got 2 of these guys. But we do need to build up our power because we're out of power now. Okay, see? 194. We're using 248. All right, so we're going to go ahead and work on building that back up some, which means we need to put some more solar panels down. Okay, I think in the demo, there was like a power refinery or something that you could build. I don't remember off the top of my head. So, you know, I think, but I don't know for sure. Honestly, I don't remember. All right, let's get a sip of this coffee right here. All right, that should, once that gets built, that should give us plenty and ample power. Okay. All right. We are producing 320 out of, we're using, okay, so let's change this ore reserve to 300 and see what that does for us. Okay. Now, getting back to our mining thing, we need, was it 250? That's what we need. So we can definitely build that bad boy right here now. And that's going to start mining our isotopes right here, which we need that for bigger units later on in game. And we can also go ahead and build a silo now also. It's not going to hurt nothing now, and that will increase this number that we have on hand. Remember, we have a pretty good bit of ore. Like I said, I wished that there was a map editor program where we could make our own maps and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get a couple of tanks out there while we're waiting, and I'll show you what the tanks does. And we're going to park that tank right there, and then we're going to park another one right there. Okay? And we've got one artillery now. Okay. Alright, so that tank is going to move to that destination right there. We're going to go ahead and set a rally point right here now. We're going to go ahead and build another tank and another artillery piece. We're going to have 2 artilleries and then 2 tanks. Okay? Those artilleries are very, very effective, but you don't want to use them alone by themselves. Okay? For example, we're going to go ahead and take this guy right here. That's out of range right now. We might can sneak him up enough. We don't want to get too far away from these little rangers right here. If we can sneak him up just enough, we might be able to take that turret out right there. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now this tank, we're going to put this tank up here also. So there's our other artillery. Let's go ahead and get 2 more tanks. Regular medium tank. Okay. Yes. Alright, so now that took that away. So now we're going to move that artillery piece over here. Ready for action. Okay. Alright, we've hit our command limit, so we can't build any more. That's okay. We actually have enough that we can actually go forward and take out these things now. So let's hold off on the green right at the moment, because remember, the green is keeping this guy right here that has the ability to make the turrets. He's keeping them at bay. So let's focus more on this pink guy right here. Let's back him up a little bit because he's getting a little too close. We're going to go ahead and move these guys right here forward. We're going to go ahead and use a formation for these guys. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and do that like that. Then we're going to go ahead and move our tanks up. And kind of put them in a nice little formation. Okay. Let's move this tank up right here. Let's get him a little bit closer. And then we're going to go ahead and move our artillery up right behind them tanks right there. Okay. All right. Now, let's see here. Can we? Yes, we can. Remember I was telling you earlier in the stream that you can research to build more units? Let's go ahead and hit that up real quick. Let's see. Can we build this? We need 650 to be able to build that. That's okay. We've got that coming. It'll be here in just a few more minutes. We can go ahead and deactivate this, and we can go ahead and deactivate that, and that's going to allow our ore to build up faster. That way we can go ahead and throw this bad boy down and get that going. Okay. So we're at 545, and we need 650. So that won't be just a few more seconds, and we'll have what we need to build that. And that's going to allow us to research bigger, badder units and stuff like that. All right, beautiful. All right, now because I know we're going to need some more power, because remember we just throw another building down. Let's go ahead and get some more solar down also. Okay, let's go ahead and throw another pole right here. That way we make sure everything's connected. All right, how are we doing up here? Oh yes, we're doing really good up here. Okay, so now what we want to do, notice that the power is off. Interesting. Let's try that. Maybe it's not connected to the grid. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. It's connected to the grid. All right, so what we want to do, we want to go ahead and research this guy right here, this CALYX. This allows a mobile repair guy. Okay, so what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to send this guy up here, and he's going to repair those units. Okay, guys? That's what we're going to work on right here, right now. All right. We can go ahead and activate this guy right here. We're going to leave this guy deactivated for right now. Okay. But we're going to leave him built, but we're going to leave him deactivated for right now. Our refiners are looking good. This guy's producing. This guy's giving us better mining resources and stuff like that. Okay. We need 300 gold and we need 350 ore. We got the ore, so now we just need the gold. Okay, and it won't take this guy much longer to give us the gold and stuff like that. So, and then we'll go ahead and build that. So that's basically what we're waiting on. We're waiting on the gold now. Now, if we went to research anything else, then we would get into our gold and stuff like that. All right, bam, there we go. All right, so that's going to go ahead and build. So let's go ahead and see what else we want to research. We have, these are little mines. I've played with them. They're interesting. I'll go ahead and research them and show you how they work. You have to trigger them manually. Okay. So that's how that works. You have to trigger these guys manually. And I'll show you how they work here in just a second. As soon as our gold builds back up. So basically we're just sitting here watching the paint dry. There we go. So we should have enough gold once this guy gets up to orbit to research these guys. Okay. And then once we research these guys, then we can go ahead and I think we have to click here. No. Where's it at? Right here, orbital, I think. No. Shit. Where do we go to build them guys at? I done forgot. Is it here? No, that's researching. We'll figure it out. Oh, it's gonna be under the fences. That's right. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and build one of these guys. Right there, right there, right there. And then right there. Okay, so he took that one out. Alright, this guy, he might make it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and detonate him. We're going to go ahead and detonate him. And then we're going to go ahead and detonate him. So that's how those guys work. Okay? Bam. And we can go ahead and build some more. You know, if we want to. Okay? And like I said, you know, you have to be fast on building them because if you don't, then they'll easily get taken out. All right, now our next little super weapon that we're going to work on is we're going to research this guy right here. So we're going to need 500 gold. Let's go ahead and turn our other little rocket ship on right here, and we're going to get that gold coming in faster. We got plenty of ore right now to make this happen, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get the ore going on. I mean, we have enough that we can absolutely take these guys out, but I want to show you the new units and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. What do we need? We got 250 ore, so we need what is that? 150 more, I think. 175 more, something like that. This guy right here, he's a really good guy too. He's got a gun like him with 2 guns like these guys on it, all in one. But we're working on researching our orbital cannon, kind of like a Command & Conquer's orbital cannon type deal. It's one of those. Yeah, all right. Let's see. We're almost ready. There we go. Bam. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna build another storage tank. Reason being is because it's wanting us to have 2,500 in ore and storage. We can only store 1,200. So we'll go ahead and drop a couple more of these down. It ain't gonna hurt nothing at all. Yep. All right, so we have this guy right here, and then we have this guy right here, and that's the only 2 that are on the map right at the moment. Okay, is our orbital? Yes, we need 250 gold and 50 isotopes to drop this laser. And I'm going to show you what that laser does on... You know what? Let's drop it on this little guy right here. So, but yeah, definitely, you know, when you're on a skirmish map, let's go ahead and drop that laser right there. Okay. All right, so now we can actually move these guys up. They might get hit with the turret right there.
Affirmative. Ready for action. Yes.
I'm almost certain that they're going to get hit with that. Nope, they're out of range of it. Okay. Shocked me.
You got it.
All right, we got our tanks up there. So we're moving all these guys up there now.
Affirmative.
All right. So let's get our artillery. Since they're in range, they can focus on that guy right there. Okay.
Yes.
Let's move him right there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and research. Let's go ahead and do the Inferno turret guy. Yes, let's go ahead and get him up there.
You got it.
And the reason being is because we're going to need him to go right here and back that off of these guys. Okay, because they're getting surrounded now. But that's okay. That is absolutely okay, guys, because we got this. We absolutely got this. He's just about unlocked. He's right here. Okay. Hopefully we can get it in time, and he can go right here, and he can push that back. So he's just about researched right there, and that's fine because that gives us a opportunity to store a little bit more money. All right, he is ready. So let's go ahead and put him right there. Okay. Notice our guys are getting surrounded now. Let's get that. If we can get to 2 of these bad boys, let's go ahead and get 2 of these bad boys. Okay. I mean, we'll get more as we can afford. So we have the 200 gold, so we need 280 ore, which that won't take long to get because we've got 4 miners absolutely doing a phenomenal job over there. Okay. All right, now watch this guy right here. All you gotta do is just move him up. He just absolutely burns the brush pile down. Look at that. Look at him go. Look at that. Yeah, he is not messing around. Let's get him a partner up there now. All right. And so now we've got two of them up there. Let's get him a third buddy up there. Yes. See, we got 24 units out of 40 that we can put on the battlefield. That's okay. So we're going to move this guy up a little bit. We're going to move him up to right there. Since we get rid of that. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to move him up right there. We're going to move him up right here. And then this guy is going to move right here. Okay. And we're going to get another one. Don't you fret. We are going to get another one of these guys. And they're going to keep that at bay right there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this other little fella right here. We just got to wait on gold. That's what we're waiting on now. Let me get a sip of this coffee while we're waiting on this. All right. Beautiful. All right, there's 4 of those bad boys right there. Okay. Now let's hold off on buying anything now because we're going to unlock this big old Goliath tank and we're going to show you what he can do. Yes, we are. And then we can hold off on we'll build about 2 of those Goliath tanks. And then we'll just start taking these guys out. All right, let's spread this out a little bit up here. Let's move him right there. Let's move him right there. Let's move him right there. Let's move this guy up right here. Let's move this guy right there. Let's move this guy right here. That way we can move this guy up right here. Okay. And then this guy up right here. And then, let's see. As soon as he gets sorted out, we'll move him right there. And then we'll move this guy right there. Something like that. And that's going to bolster our defenses up right there. All right, let's go ahead and bring him up right here. That way, he'll kind of help stave things off right there. All right, let's see. What do we got down here? Let's go ahead and research that bad boy now. Okay. We'll go ahead and change our rally point up right there. Okay, notice they cut that in half right there. Outstanding. That's good stuff. All right. Let's see here. Let's move this guy right there. And then move this guy. Yes, perfect. Let's move this guy up just a little bit more so this tank can kind of fit up there because this tank's got big hips. There we go. All right. So, all right. You notice this right here is shooting at our tank right here. So let's see if we can back him off a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Global defense thing. Let's go ahead and set that for control 2. This is our factory right here. And then global defense thing. So let's ooh, Goliath tank drop. Oh, we're gonna have to. We're absolutely gonna save up our gold for that one, guys. I don't even know what that does. All right, so Goliath tank drop. I just now noticed that, guys. Build Solace vehicle drop. Oh, I did not realize that, guys. Ooh, we're going for the Goliath tank drop. That's what we're going for, guys. We're absolutely going to drop them in. All right, so we're at 860 gold. We just need 1,000 gold. We've already got the 30 isotopes. Okay, so we're gonna drop some glass in. I did not know that was a thing. Oh, that's gonna be absolutely cool. All right, so let's drop them in. Let's just put them right there. Okay. And
Ready to serve.
move this guy up to protect him. All right, see? Now, if you notice, see how he's got the little guns, and then he's got artillery? That's the Goliath tank right there, guys. Absolutely, he's a beast right there. Absolutely. I didn't know that we could drop stuff in. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm absolutely digging that, guys. Let's go ahead and drop a artillery tank in too. But before we do that, let's go ahead and drop in a ranger tank also. Kind of give the Goliath a little bit of backup. Did he just shoot that pink snot at me? He sure did. Let's just take that out. We got the artillery to do that.
Ready to serve.
Alright, so what we can do is we can move this guy up a little bit. We can move this guy up a little bit. We can move this guy up a little bit. We can move this guy up a little bit. Let's move him up right here. Let's move this artillery up.
Ready to serve.
Right there and right there.
Yes.
And we're going to put this artillery on this thing that's shooting snot at us. Alright, so we got a good little defensive position going on, guys.
Ready for action. You got it.
We are absolutely rocking it now. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom out. We're going to go ahead and drop artillery in down here on this too. So yeah, definitely it's worth saving up your money, guys. I did not know that we could actually drop these in. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. We were absolutely okay with that. Alright, let's just drop him in. Let's see. Oh, and you can press Q and the E key to rotate it. Okay, so we learned something new, guys, right here. We absolutely learned something new. There we go. So we're dropping a artillery in there. Let's see. And then we'll drop another tank down in there too. Yes, outstanding. I like that. I didn't even know that that was a thing, guys. I did not know that was a thing.
Always ready.
Alright, so should we go for the green or should we go for the pink? You know what? Let's take this let's go ahead and build us a another Goliath tank. We're just gonna build it now that we know that we can go ahead and get another artillery too. Let's go ahead and get 2 artilleries. Let's get greedy with it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to go ahead and take out the pink over here because they're just shooting at our stuff. And I'm not sure. Did they take out one of our things?
Ready for action. Affirmative. Ready to serve. Understood.
I think it took out one of our
Yes.
little ranger tanks, I think. Didn't they?
Yes.
Did y'all see that too?
Serve. You got it.
I think I saw that.
Affirmative. Always ready.
So we're going to move these guys up a little bit. You know, just a little bit of defensive posturing.
Yes.
All right, let's see. What do we got happening? Okay, 3 artilleries. Okay. 2 Goliaths. Let's go ahead and build us another Goliath. Let's get greedy with it. Yes, let's just absolutely get greedy with it. So, yep, there we go. All right, so we have our artilleries. Let's move this guy up there.
Ready to serve.
All right, let's go ahead and put that artillery right here to back these guys up. All right,
Ready for action. Understood.
let's kind of spread these guys out a little bit.
Yes. Yes. You got it.
All right, there we go. Beautiful.
Affirmative.
All right,
Ready for action.
we're going to put him right there. Okay,
Yes.
let's move that tank up right there.
Ready to serve.
Let's move this Goliath up here. Let's move this Goliath forward. Okay.
Ready for action.
And then this Goliath, we're going to park him right there just because we can. All right, now this artillery right here, let's go ahead and move you right there.
Ready to serve.
All right, let's go ahead and use you guys, and let's go ahead and take you out. Okay. Go ahead and get that bad boy at bay. All right, now let's go ahead and take these guys out.
Ready for action. You got it.
And we're just going to move these guys up.
Affirmative. Yes. Yes.
While the artillery is working on some stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Here we go. Uh-oh. What we got? Shooting at our guy?
Affirmative.
There we go. We're going to sort you out. All right, let's go ahead and get him moved up.
Always ready. You got it. Ready for action. Affirmative. Yes.
Here we go.
Yes. Always ready.
Move these beautiful
You got it.
fellers up. All right, so let's go ahead and grab these three, and we're going to go ahead and put them right there.
Ready to serve.
We're going to move him up. We're going to move him up. That way, these guys are still within repair range. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so we need to move him up a little bit more. There we go. Beautiful.
Ready to serve.
All right, we can put him right there. We can put him right there. We can put him right there. All right, and our artillery, oh, you are absolutely looking beautiful. So let's go ahead and stretch our artillery out right there.
You got it.
And move him out of the way that way.
Affirmative.
There we go.
To serve. You got it.
All right, so basically all we got to do is just drop this artillery on them. Let's go ahead and put that laser on them too. I mean, we do have it after all, see? Absolutely, there we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and hit it again.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. We'll drop that laser on them. Absolutely handling it. I mean, we got the goal. We got one more shot at it, guys. Last shot. All right, there we go.
Ready to serve.
All right, everybody get over there. Yep, there we go. All right, so now let's bring these guys over here. Now,
You got it.
okay. Now that that's all taken care of, one more. We have one more, guys. Let's go ahead and drop him down, I don't know, right there. Spend some money. I mean, you only live once. Did we ever get our 2,500 ore? No, we did not. Okay, so no worries. All right, go ahead and move this guy up here.
Understood.
Okay.
Yes. Affirmative. Always ready.
Mm-hmm. We're just moving them up now, guys.
You got it.
That's all we're doing. Now, we're actually going to change things up. We're going to put the artillery in front of the little guys.
To serve.
Okay? And we're going to move these guys over here. Put up a wall with these guys. Then these guys, we're absolutely going to come through here. Right like that. This guy, we're going to put him strategically right there somewhere. Okay? And here we are. We're all up on it now. We're all up on it now. All right, and these guys, you know what? Let's get excited. Let's get crazy with it. Let's put them right there. Okay, beautiful. All right, he is absolutely at bay now. So now we can take these guys. We can move these guys up right there. These guys, we can reshift them back to right there, and we can get a little double line formation going on. These guys, we can absolutely bring these guys up. Now, right there on the back side of these guys, we're going to spread them out fairly decent. And this guy right here, we're going to put these guys right up in the front of things. And then these guys, oh, these guys, they're just going to go right here. They're going to look good right there. We're going to go ahead and move him up.
Ready to serve. Understood.
There you go, guys. There you go. It's all downhill now, guys. See, just a little planning, a little strategy, guys, and you absolutely can own this game. Absolutely can own this game. I really enjoy playing it. There we go. We have victory. There we go. See how easy that was? There it is. All right, we can go on to the next challenge, or we can go back to the title screen. Let's kind of look at the maps. Land grab is this one. Okay, that's that map. The gap is this one. That's the one that we just came off of. The ridge is this little fella right here. Fortress Arena, I actually played this earlier. This is a really challenging little map right here, guys. If you want a real good challenge, this is the one right here. Kick all this up, Then the Gauntlet, that is that one right there. I don't think I've played this one yet. I definitely am excited. You remember we played this one. This is the island that I was telling you about. We played that in the last stream. But guys, there's the map so far. The challenges are these guys right here, which they utilize one of the maps that we just saw in the skirmish map. I definitely am curious to see more maps of this game. I would love to absolutely see more maps to this game. Absolutely, because like I said, guys, I really enjoy where this game's going. I really enjoy the concept of this game. I would love to see the ore regrow on the map to some degree. I definitely would love to see an aerial unit to where you can drop your units across the map. Like you can go load up like, I don't know, 5 or 6 units, go across the map, and you can the aerial unit, the aerial transport has a little gun that it'll clear a little spot out on the ground where you can drop your units in, say like behind enemy lines. That'd be a really cool idea right there also. But I want to see more maps. Absolutely. I would love to see some type of map editor where you can create your own user maps, and you could share those either via Steam, Steam Workshop, or you can share, that map via Discord or something like that. I'd like to see the ore regrow. Definitely like the way the units are going. I'd like to see the drop that we just realized that we could do with the units. I definitely would like to see at least 2 of the smaller units, like the Ranger, the tank, something like that. But yeah, guys, this game is newly developed. It's not quite released yet. This is the playtest version for beta testers, stuff like that, or those that they have room for more playtests and all that. This is not the full released version, and I'm really excited about the release of the full version of this game, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed these streams, and I will be coming back at you with even more streams of this game, showcasing more of this game. But guys, we'll catch you in the next stream, and as always, happy gaming.